Welcome. We're back.
We're back.
We're on schedule.
Finally back on track. Finally back on schedule.
We won't be next month.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. This is our April Stay at Homekiddy-dins podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Janie.
I'm Paul.
I am an actress.
I'm a comedian.
We are a married couple living in Los Angeles together.
And this is our after dinner podcast. It's called Stay at Homekiddy-dins. And here we are.
We do it from our home.
Yeah.
Where we
live
stay.
There. What?
Where we stay.
We stay there. We live there. We love there. We laugh there.
We F Homekiddy-dins there.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. But do we love there? We live and laugh, but we don't love?
I thought I included love.
Oh, wait. Maybe you did. What else do we do?
That's it. Live, laugh, and love. What else can you do?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Don't talk to me until I have my coffee.
Listen, first of all, this is, if you're new to us, I like to just sort of give people a primer. This is our free monthly episode.
That's correct.
That we do every month.
Every month.
We have bonus.
Except February sometimes.
Episodes. That was an accident. Then we have bonus episodes at our Weekend Water Substack where you can subscribe and vibe with us. Mm-hmm. And this is what it is. We just shoot the shit.
Yeah, man. It ain't rocket science, speaking of Artemis 2.
We don't just invite you into our home, our F Homekiddy-dins. We also invite you into our brains.
Oh, God. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
A spooky mental haunted house.
But, sometimes other people's brains are a good break from your own.
Does that phrase mean anything to you, spooky mental haunted house?
It's familiar.
Mm-hmm. That was what noted comedian Whitney Cummings said is the comedian's job, is to take you through a spooky mental haunted house. It's not to be your hero.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, is that what comedy is then?
All comedy, yes. That's what a comedian does. All comedy is a spooky mental haunted house.
Mm.
Don't you think? Bob Newhart?
Some comedians, maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Joe Rogan or I don't know. So we have the windows open. These giant.
I hope that's okay.
These giant trucks. Okay. These trucks that are like tanker trucks. I think they're from the city or like a utility situation.
Look, we live on a little street that you would not believe the amount of trucks that are always tearing up the ground here. What is it haunted? What is going on?
I don't know, but
is it the gorge?
I will tell you that these particular trucks, and these are big uns this time around, they always show up before the rain. And there's rain in the forecast in Los Angeles tomorrow. Okay?
So they're like dogs who know that an earthquake is coming.
Yeah.
Don't cows foretell the rain? Do they lay down or something? They sit down when
they
it's going to rain?
can't stand the rain.
Cows can't stand the rain.
Against their udders. Bringing back sweet memories.
I think that's true, right? Isn't that a thing where cows loaf up when it's going to rain?
I don't know. But if we had some cows on the street, they would be laying down. So these trucks show up. First of all, they don't always park. We live near an intersection.
Okay. Are you happy now?
And I was like,
you got it out of us.
Do you think they have something to do with Artemis? And Paul said no.
We live near an intersection. Do you think that's not true for most people?
Well, I don't know. Is it? Does everyone live near an intersection? No.
You mean we're a couple doors up from the intersection?
We're a couple doors off.
We're not in the middle of the street.
The intersection.
As Madness sang about.
But not everyone lives near an intersection.
Not everyone does, but I guess I assume most people do.
Like if you were to ask the nearest cross streets, like for real, they would be like 5 steps away from us. The nearest cross street is like real close. Like I'm looking out the window right now at this truck blocking my view of the catty cornered intersection.
Yeah, I think we are having maybe 2 different ideas.
Okay.
Of near.
Really?
You might think near. It sounds to me like you think near is much closer than I do.
I don't.
How do you know?
I never thought about it before. Anyway, I'm drinking some weekend water myself. I've got wine. It's been a minute for me because I was sick and on antibiotics
I was
first.
sick for the longest time.
Yeah, guys, I got symptoms and it took like over 2 weeks for them to clear. I'm not gonna lie. It took 10
Look,
weeks.
we're gonna be honest on this one. A lot of these episodes we lie through our fucking teeth just to do it. Just to lie, we lie just to do it.
But for real, I hate lying.
Have you ever known somebody like that who lied all the time, like told stories?
Wait, like told stories or lied?
They told stories that you realize, oh, that didn't happen.
By the way, I was in a relationship with a pathological liar.
I know. I wasn't leading.
Oh. So yeah, I did know someone who
That's
lies
a different
all the
level.
time.
Yes.
Like
I'm talking about, like, I knew a guy when I was younger who would tell these amazing stories, and then slowly it dawns on me.
They're like bullshit.
Like, oh, not only are these stories hard to believe, and there's too many of them to happen to one person, but there's never anybody to corroborate these stories.
Right. So, like, you're saying, like, a fabulist. Like, do you know, like, have you ever... I've definitely encountered people like that before, but I wouldn't say, like, I've known someone like that, where it's, like, I spend a good deal of time with them because I really, like, I hate lying. Like, I hate lying. Like, it's so boring and unnecessary a lot of the times. Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about, like, polite society.
A little white lie.
Like, you know, oh, the dinner was delicious. Thank you. Like,
when really that shit sucked.
Like, learn to salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying, like, people who just make fucking shit up. It's not. It's actually not very fulfilling to spend time with people like that.
No, it's not.
Because the conversations are like non-starters, really.
It becomes very dull because
then you're having to, like, go along with it because it's too weird.
You just have to wait out the story.
Yeah, you have to wait it out.
You're like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's wild, man.
It sucks.
It really sucks. People, they go too far. You flew too close to the sun with that story.
Yeah.
No one believes that.
Yeah. Someone in my life recently divulged to me that they believe someone else in our lives made up a story.
At least one.
That was like a famously told story.
Yes, this person is on the case.
And when this person in my life told me that they don't believe the story, it made total sense to me.
That's the thing.
It was like a thing that I believed like my whole life. Yes. I'm like, oh yeah, like this thing happened. And then they're like, I don't think that story is true.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is pre-internet. It was pre-internet.
No, I've never met the lying person in question, but hearing secondhand the stories.
Yes.
So I'm primed to believe this person is making shit up. But then when you hear what the stories are, you're like, oh, no, yeah, of course.
That's not real.
Of course that's not real.
That's so fake.
Of course.
And when this person in my life told me this about this other person in our life, I was like, I was shocked. But it made so much sense. But I was shocked.
You were shocked, like Kaiser Soze style? Like,
yes. Like things are like I looked over here and then I looked over there. You know? Mm-hmm. It was pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. But to have this revelation at our age, too, was funny to me.
Oh, my God. I talk about it on my stand-up, but I had that with the ABBA Voyage show.
Oh, right.
Where it took me so long to realize
they were not on stage.
No, hold on a second. Let me.
Oh, wait, you're telling the story now.
I'm not going to tell the whole story.
Oh, I didn't realize.
But you are making it sound like I thought it was actually ABBA the whole concert. At the end, the ABBA Voyage it's holograms of ABBA in their prime, like the 70s. They're all like hot young Swedish people singing their hits and everything. And then at the end, present day ABBA comes out on stage to wave at everybody. And it's this wonderful moment. And then it was like a couple months after seeing it that I realized, oh, yeah, they were holograms too.
Yeah.
Of course they were.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I felt so dumb.
You want to feel dumb?
Yeah.
I spent almost $500 on Olympics tickets. I spent $470 in a panic to buy 8 Olympics
8
tickets. Wow. Yeah.
8 to one event or 8 to various events?
4 tickets to 2 separate events. Because I got a time slot. First of all, let me just say this. The entire time the Olympics has been like, it's coming to LA and everyone's like, fucking, it's going to be bullshit, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever. I've been like, we got to get out of town.
This was quite a turnaround.
Like, we got to get out of town. Yeah. We got to like rent our house. Like people are going to make money renting their house.
Yeah.
You know, and we got to leave because it's going to be a fucking shit show in LA. Right. Then the thing comes out and says, hey, you get this time, you can, as a local, which also was weird because I didn't know half the things that were going on with the Olympics. Okay.
What do you mean? The events?
Well, yeah, because it was all like, if you're an LA local or an Oklahoma City local, right, you can get these tickets, these early tickets. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do people in Oklahoma City get these?
I truly don't understand.
So then I go on, you know, and like, okay, yeah, I kind of remember like because I do get like Olympic fever a little bit when it happens. Like I get into it. And they're like in the Summer Olympics, they can't have the surfing events in Paris.
Right.
So they're like somewhere, they're like at another beach or something like that, like far away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, some island or some crazy.
A place with waves.
A tropical place.
Yes.
But nowhere near the Olympics.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're having some canoe events, the canoe slalom and softball or something in Oklahoma City because we couldn't have them here. So they're like helping us out.
Yeah. Because we don't have the right kind of bodies of water. Well, certainly not in Los Angeles, but you would think somewhere in California.
I don't know. Silver Lake Reservoir, they couldn't take some floaties.
We drink that.
I don't think we do drink that. Actually.
We're just drinking pure snowpack?
Snowpack's gone, baby.
I know.
We had a hot snap and people are saying we're going to like run out of water.
R.I.P. Snowpack.
So why are we having the Olympics if we're running out of water? I don't get it.
There's so many reasons we should not be having the Olympics in Los Angeles. And now it's coming out like, oh, it might bankrupt the city. Like, no shit.
So by the way,
that's what the Olympics does.
Here's the thing. There's all this stuff happening. They're like, oh, we're going to remodel Burbank Airport before the Olympics. We're going to get the people mover at LAX finished before the Olympics. Bitch, pretend the Olympics are next year every year then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you can get all this shit done.
Yeah. What about us? People who are here all the time.
Yeah. Every day. We use this infrastructure. Oh, I just flung wine. I was so
fucking lunatic.
I fucking gestured with the hand holding the wine.
You know what you're like?
I baptized myself.
Do you remember the TikTok of the lady who's like, she and her girlfriend, they're in the kitchen. It's the weekend, whatever. They're having a girls' night. She's rocking out. She grabs a glass of wine.
Something happens.
She tries to. They're listening to some music.
Does she try to pick it up with her mouth or something?
No, she just tries to like drink it in a sort of enthusiastic fashion. She ends up dumping it on her face.
I never had TikTok. I never was a TikTok person.
I never was either, but people would send
them.
you TikToks.
I know they did send them.
That was
that was one that I saw.
Yeah, that was how I absorbed TikTok mostly.
Me too. Anyway, here's my tip to LA. Pretend the Olympics is next year every fucking year. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you're going to hustle your butt to fix a pothole down the street because you think someone is coming here from Montreal or whatever to see whatever.
Specifically Montreal.
Or wherever the fuck they're coming from. I don't know where they're coming from.
No,
France,
we never will. Our porous borders.
Japan, China, wherever they're coming from to see these athletes.
Yes. No, I understand. Also,
yes, come support the athletes. Anyway, so I was like, oh, maybe I could get gymnastics or something. And then I saw the prices. I did look at the opening ceremony.
Gymnastics is a hot ticket, right?
I was like the hottest.
Yeah, people want to see that shit.
It's literally the hottest. And I was like, just curious. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, opening ceremonies. I'm just curious. They were like over $1,000 a ticket.
Yes.
And but also like everyone was pointing out, and this may be true, like watching the opening ceremonies on TV is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to necessarily go and I mean it might be, I bet it's the biggest pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. It's probably the biggest pain in the ass.
I'm sure it is. What I like about watching the opening ceremonies on TV is that you get more. I mean, I can't judge it against being there because I've never been there. But I always get the feeling of the world being connected.
Yeah.
And we're all watching
at the same time.
I'm watching it on TV the same as people across the world are watching it on TV. And we're all watching this at the same time. And it's exciting,
I like that too.
Yeah.
I will say no opening ceremony could ever compete with the Paris Summer Olympics.
Do you know I still haven't seen it?
That was...
I missed it when it happened.
The most insane fucking opening ceremony I had ever seen.
I heard it was extremely French.
It was like, I can't even explain. They used the entire city of Paris. Mm-hmm. They went through the entire city of Paris. Mm-hmm. Fucking then going down the Seine and then like Lady Gaga coming out and then ending with like Celine Dion like at the top of the fucking Eiffel Tower. Like singing opera or or singing like La Vie. I can't even. It was like the crazy.
La Vie
I can't remember if that's what she.
Je ne regrette rien.
By the way. Wait, you're making me laugh because the other night a friend, a writer friend of mine, Cece, very funny writer. She wrote a screenplay. She co-wrote with another writer. They wrote this great screenplay that was about French people. Mm-hmm. They asked, like, they wanted to do a table read, like to hear it out loud and get feedback and blah, blah, blah. And I've done this a couple times at CC's or whatever. Yeah. And the character I was reading, like had a French accent, and I was like, oh, do you want me to, like, are we all doing French accents, And they were they emailed and they're like, well, no, I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Like, Cece's like, I'm reading your sister, I'm not doing French accent. I'm like, by this point I'd already watched like 10 YouTube videos on like how to like adopt a French accent.
Yes.
At this point. And like, I'm reading the screenplay and in my mind, like, I can't unhear it in my mind because like
exactly what you mean. She's
like literally like this gruff, like older French lady, like, like ridiculous, or, like, like, ooh la la, like but like, I didn't practice the French accent because they were like, well, we're not going to do it. And then I get there and then everyone's like, just do what you feel, whatever. Well, I had like the first lines of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so I just like started doing it. No one else did it. Then
so there's many other French characters in this.
Yes. Yeah. Then I was like, well, I started it and I can't take it back at this point. Like, I had to do it. Mm-hmm. So like, I read the whole thing in like a fucking terrible French accent. Mm-hmm. And that is the shame I carry with me today.
But people said it was good, didn't they? That it was good that you did it?
Nobody said it. No. No one said. No one needed to say.
Years ago,
it's fine. But I didn't need that kind of validation. I just didn't want to ruin the
I'm sure you did not.
Sound of the thing.
I'm sure you did.
No, some people were like happy that I went. I think they got the gist. Yeah. It was just not authentic.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, I did not have time to work on it.
I'm sure it was enough to get the point across. Years ago, I did a voiceover on a cartoon called God, the Devil, and Bob.
Okay.
Which was...
What cartoon is this?
It was a primetime cartoon, and I feel like it was French Stewart and maybe Alan Cumming and somebody else.
You've worked with Alan Cumming?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I did not work with any of the
principals.
And so I was a character who was me and two other people like escaped from this, asylum or something.
Okay.
And so I auditioned for it. So I went and auditioned for it and I did this voice and they were like, that's great. Got it. And then when it came time for the table read, mm-hmm. I'm sitting next to the two other guys who are my scene partners. And the guy next to me has the line right before mine. And he does the exact voice that I was going to do. Now, he didn't know. He had no idea.
Do you remember the voice?
It was like a sort of pompous voice. It's like this guy who's very delusional and, whatever. And so he's doing like the same kind of character that I was going to do. And so I was trying to like adjust it during the table read and it's not going well. And then we immediately go to record it, which is like, why? What was the point of the table read?
Right.
If we're because usually the table read is we want to hear how it sounds,
do some rewrites, make changes, do some give notes
if necessary, and then
might even fire you before the thing.
What?
Might even fire you before the recording and replace you.
I wish they had, because I had to do the recording. It was a nightmare. I kept getting note after note after note after note. I'm like, will somebody please acknowledge that I auditioned with this other character that this guy is now doing? So stop making me, because they were acting like, try this. Like, as if I was
right. They didn't give him a
terrible
note to say, do what you did in the audition. Yeah, or maybe they wanted it to be like, maybe it could have been two of the same types of guys.
Maybe it could have been. I don't know. But I felt like I couldn't do it. It didn't read that way in the script.
Right.
And I felt like, well, I can't do what he's doing because he's doing it. It's going to be weird. but nobody would say, yeah, well, I get that the audition that you did was too close to him. So try it.
Right.
Like here's a note for the character as opposed to a note for the line.
I feel like directors, it's so hit or miss if you get somebody who works with actors.
To be fair, the director would not have been privy to any of this.
Right.
But the producers, somebody.
I don't know.
Who hired me?
How long did that show go on?
Not that long. I think like a season. And I think it was originally supposed to be Robert Downey Jr., and then he was having his troubles back then.
Oh, no.
And then Alan Cumming replaced him.
Oh.
Divil.
Really?
I feel like God was played by James Garner or something.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. God, the Devil, and Bob.
I feel like I had a memory of something that I'm doubting. That
Our Lord rising from the grave?
Well, there's like a motorcycle out there. No,
okay,
not
down.
about God. Is it the pit? Is it the season finale of the pit?
Is it Dr. Robbie?
Dr. Robbie, Baby Jane Doe. Where my pit fans at? Where my pit fans? Got my baby Jane Doe.
That's what the fans of the pit should be called.
Raise the roof, Baby Jane Doe's. Where my baby Jane Doe's?
Fans of the pit should be called Baby Jane Doe's.
Where my baby Jane Doe's?
Yeah, I'm a Baby Jane Doe.
I'm a baby
watch
Jane
the pit
Doe.
every Thursday.
Looking good, taking formula. Oh my God, I love the pit so much, but I won't say anything because it's in the middle of the season and I don't want any spoilers.
We don't want to spoil anything for you.
Did get Cousin Annie hooked.
You did get Cousin Annie.
I got my dad and stepmom hooked last year.
You got all these fucking people hooked.
Oh my God, I am such a pit head.
You're a pit pusher.
I'm a pit pusher.
You're a real Baby Jane Doe.
I'm a baby Jane Doe. You know who got me hooked? Jessica Jardin.
Really?
Yes.
She was patient zero
She
for
was
the
patient
pit.
zero.
Wow.
For the pit.
Shout out to JJJ.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that into our lives.
Oh, wait, but then also I saw, this is not necessarily a recommendation, but I want to talk about it.
Wait, why did you bring up the pit?
Because I heard the motorcycle. Didn't you hear the motorcycle?
I did hear the motorcycle, but then I thought you were gonna say something about it.
I think we were talking about the animated, like doing voices and stuff.
Okay.
And then I lost interest. Not in you, in me,
Okay.
because...
I'm trying to take that personally.
Well, no, about...
You were talking. I wasn't interested.
No,
a motorcycle happened.
It wasn't that. It was like, oh, do people care about us like struggling to do acting? Okay, this is not a recommendation, but I need to talk about it.
Yes,
I watch every cult documentary that happens.
you truly do.
There's a new cult documentary that happened on Netflix about these polygamists called Trust Me, False Prophet. Okay? Now, here's how it goes. There's this crazy polygamist sect that this guy, Warren Jeffs, takes over. And he's like fucking trafficking children like a motherfucker. Like marrying child after child after child. And running this cult into the goddamn insanity. Then the FBI comes, takes him away. Thank God. Now there's this like broken up cult where they still like follow the teachings of him from jail or something. Well, this con artist charlatan guy comes around and fills the void of the cult leader and is like, Warren Jeffs is telling me that I'm the prophet. I'm the prophet now.
Exactly.
Okay?
Look at me.
Look at me.
I'm the prophet now.
I'm the prophet now. And this guy is so fucking stupid and demented, I think. Like he talks like he's all there, but the things that come out of his mouth sound like he has a traumatic brain injury. Like you're literally like, what the fuck is wrong with your brain stem?
Well, just so to be clear, he doesn't have like a problem with speech.
No.
He says extremely outlandish things.
Like if you saw him at the Starbucks and you're like, oh my God, isn't it crazy? It's like raining today or whatever. He'd be like, yeah, it is. And you'd be like, I'm talking to a normal person. But then you might find out.
Ask him, what do you think of the Queen of England? And he would say, well, I'm going to try to get her to marry me and come to America.
This was like the craziest thing.
And then you're like, I'll take my coffee to go.
This guy, first of all, had like 25 wives, and then he got these women to like promise their little girls to him as wives. So now he's like raping children and walking around with 25 wives. But here's the crazy thing. He like had this idea that the Queen of England, she was still alive. She had to have been almost 90 by the time he was coming up with these schemes, because it was like 2022.
Yeah.
Because didn't she have like her 90th? She died.
When did she die?
Like 23 or something. Or maybe 24 even.
Maybe 25?
It definitely was not 2026. Because
you know what? You're right.
I remember like that far.
I remember her not dying this year.
This year.
Yeah.
So he's like basically saying he is going to make this music video that's going to attract the attention of the Queen of England and get her to come live in his dumpy ass
music video
on YouTube. Like someone's going to send her the YouTube link.
Look, if it didn't work for the History of Dance guy, it's not going to work for this guy.
Who is that?
You don't remember the History of Dance?
No.
He's like some motivational speaker, and
he was
This was an early viral.
His name was History of Dance.
His name was not History of Dance. I don't remember his name, and why would I? But he was an early viral sensation on YouTube.
Okay.
And he just did a bunch of famous dances from movies and music videos and stuff like that.
I mean, that's
like
fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. That's fun to watch.
Fine. Yeah. We talked about it on Freedom. We were making fun of it. And some people got mad.
They were? They did?
Not mad, but they're like, that you shouldn't make fun of that. It was like, it was
pure.
good.
It was like pure. Yeah.
No, not even that. Not even like it's pure. Like it's wholesome. They're like, no, it's good.
But, you know, I see this a lot online. People making fun of the dance that Julia Stiles does at the end of that movie to get into Juilliard.
Yes.
And, like, they can do it, like, verbatim. And they're always, like, doing it, like, really cheesy looking.
Yeah.
And it is funny.
It is funny.
I mean, like, it's admittedly...
I'm sure Julia Stiles laughs at those videos.
I would like to know.
There's no way somebody in her orbit has not said, Julia, you got to see this.
I mean, like her managers and stuff, or like, or just
friends,
like a
managers,
sister, a cousin, or something. Yeah.
Cousin. Managers, cousins, the people in your orbit. But do you think she could still do it?
Yes, I bet she can. I bet
if she took 20 minutes to go through it a couple times, she could probably absolutely
she could do it.
Yeah.
She could do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I had to go back to talking about this cult leader.
Yes.
Because
she's going to make a music video, get the Queen of England to come to America and marry him.
Yes.
Why does he want to marry her?
Because his goal is world domination, and he thinks if he can marry her, I guess that he'll be like, you know, he'll be in charge of the Commonwealth.
But I mean,
at
like,
least.
fucking her current husband was not in charge of it.
Good point. He clearly did not watch The Crown.
He didn't watch The Crown. He didn't
watch The
understand.
Crown. He didn't watch The Crown.
He's not a real prince. He demanded that title.
He did not understand the misogyny of her reign, that of her being in charge and it emasculating her husband and all that.
Yes.
He didn't understand, and how she wasn't educated, and like how it was like a crazy misogynistic world that she
Can you imagine living in those times?
ruled over. What these times are now. Like it was only a couple years ago.
Honey, did you think I was serious?
I'm just saying.
Do you think that's how I talk? Could you imagine living in that time?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. We're married. It's not my regular voice.
By the way, we will have been married.
Will have been married.
16 years. You're leaving town on our anniversary.
That's right.
Once again, guys.
I mean, it does happen a lot.
It does happen a lot. It's fine because
it won't happen for 20. That's a big one.
If it happens for 20,
it won't happen for 20.
Wait, but what we have to plan something for 20.
We do.
Because 20 is like a milestone anniversary, and I feel like we should go on a trip or something.
Well, you know what I want to do, and you don't want to do it.
No, I don't. I didn't say I didn't want to do it. You want to recreate our wedding.
No, I don't want to recreate our wedding. I don't want to recreate it.
I hear an airplane. Do you think it's Artemis?
It must be Artemis. Why would it be Artemis?
Artemis already landed. All right. You want to have a second wedding.
It also wasn't an airplane. I want to have
What was it?
I want to have a
What was
Artemis? It was a space capsule.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that thing.
The plane?
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
I don't know. This wine is sweet,
God
and something's
damn,
weird with it.
Hit you hard.
It does. My
Hard
first
and
wine.
fast.
I haven't had wine in a long. All right. You want to have another wedding?
No, I want to have a renewal of our vows and do it just like a party and invite people that are in our lives now that we didn't know then.
We didn't know.
And a couple people that we did invite but couldn't make it.
We could do that, but I don't know if I want it to be an anniversary celebration.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because that's like, I want to go on a fucking trip, okay? I've been saying we could go on a trip.
We went on our honeymoon after our wedding. We could go on a trip after the vow renewal.
Okay.
I was never proposing that instead of doing a fun trip.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, you think about it.
I'll think about it.
Keep thinking, Butch. That's what you're good at.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Don't dream it's over.
Hey now. Hey now.
It's not over, but it's time for a break, and we'll be right. We'll be right back.
All right.
We're back.
We're back.
We didn't go anywhere, really.
No, not really.
We just took a little break for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any ads. We haven't in a while. Sort of.
We truly haven't, but I will say this. If you're hankering for some advertisement, I'm going to be doing Varietopia in Brooklyn at the good old Bell House this month, the Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th.
Of April 2026, if you're listening to this now.
Yes, that's what I meant by this.
Well, someone could be listening to this next year and think it's the wrong
Well, guess
one.
what? When they go to buy tickets, they won't be able to because...
Well, where did they get those tickets?
Go to varietopia.com.
Oh.
Saturday show is sold out. Sunday, I think there's still a couple tickets left, but it's almost sold out. That's going to be fun. It'll be great to be back.
Brooklyn, the Bell House. I wish I was going, but get
I wish
this.
you were too.
I know. I wish I was going.
Why aren't you again?
I don't remember.
Do you want to come?
Well, but now I'm planning a trip to New York, separate of you, separate of that.
Well, you can have both.
You want me to fly to New York?
Why not both.gif?
And then fly back?
Well, the other trip, you don't know when it's happening.
I know that. Okay, so this is what I was going to share with my with since
Yes,
we have
this is good.
since we have the ear of the New York people.
Mm-hmm.
I am in a short film with my friend, and my friend produced it. And the short film will be premiering in May at the New York Short Film Festival in the Village.
Fantastic.
May 15th through the 21st are the dates of the festival. I just don't know when the film is screening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that has to be nailed down, and then you'll know.
But I think I'm going to go.
Yeah, you should.
Because Jen Sims, the producer, is going and everything.
Yeah, and everything.
Yeah.
But that is great news, and I'm very happy
Yes,
for
we
you
just
and for
found
everybody
out
involved.
that
Yeah.
it got I knew
Today,
it had
right? Did you find out
Yesterday.
today? Yesterday, yeah. But that's very cool.
I knew it had festival life.
You know to have festival potential.
Because it was so lovingly put together and like well done, and we all like gave it our all. I was like, oh, this short is a festival life.
Yeah. And you were right.
And it's like no one has seen it. No one.
Yeah, have you not seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay.
I have seen it. But I mean, oh my God, Cuckoo.
Hi, Cuckoo. We're talking short films.
I've seen it, but we haven't shown it to like any of our people, like circle, because we wanted it to be. We were hoping it
Like
would
your
get
manager, your cousin.
my manager, my cousin. I was hoping it was. We were all hoping it would get on a festival screen.
Yeah.
And like screen.
Yeah.
In a movie, because we've never seen it on a big screen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I only saw like a Vimeo link with a password.
Oh my God, that's so not the same thing. Was it watermarked? I bet it was.
I'm not even allowed to put my scenes on my reel yet because no one has seen it. So I have to wait. Anyway, so you're going to be in New York in April, and then I'm going to be in New York in May.
That's right. And then I'm going to be on the road again doing a,
Gosh, you're on the road.
a long movie, long film.
I believe they call those feature films. You're going to Savannah to shoot a feature film.
Yeah, I'm
and
really
there's a
looking forward to it.
GoFundMe.
Yes, although they met their goal, but the GoFundMe happened
They
because
lost
their
their
funding
funding.
dropped out, which is such a nightmare. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be.
Oh, you're shooting a drama.
Yeah, it's like it's a movie about a family, you know. So it's about their lives.
It's exciting.
Yeah. I'm
I
looking
can't
forward
wait.
to it.
I can't wait.
I've never gotten to do anything like this before, and I am so enormously touched that the writer and directors thought of me for this and saw me in this role.
Yeah.
And I read the script and really loved it, and yeah, I just like all the characters. I like the family. I like them so much. And
yeah.
yeah,
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're doing our little micro budget
yeah,
stuff.
man, yeah,
But that's, you know, until they ask us to be on the pit
that's right.
with Baby Jane Doe.
Another sort of ad is there's another project that I'm involved in that's going to be shooting in August. That's called The Greatest Treasure in the World, and there is
a comedy,
an active fundraiser happening right now.
A comedy feature.
It is a comedy feature, and it's in the vein. It's going to be like an improvised comedy in the vein of like a Christopher Guest kind of thing, you know, where there is a story and our characters are set, but we're going to be, improvising. We did a sort of proof of concept short version of it. That was
which
so
I get
much
to
fun
see
do.
next. I get to see that next week. Because aren't we going to that next week? Oh, never mind.
No, that's a different one.
God, I can't keep track of what's on it.
I know. There's a lot of indie stuff happening. It's very
Indie stuff.
exciting.
The indie world is thriving.
The one next week
Thriving.
is called Mock Trial, and that is my friends Zacharino and Jessica McKenna made this feature that I got to do a role in.
Now, is that going to be a festival route movie?
I hope so. It could be.
Okay.
It absolutely could be. And
Have
I'm
you
sure they're
seen it?
exploring all of that.
Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it. I'll be seeing it for the first time at the screen.
Okay, I'm going to see it
Yeah.
next week for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's going to be fun.
I'm excited to see it.
And is it Vidiots?
Yeah, it's at Vidiots.
Yes, this will be my first
but
time.
But it's invited screening. You can't buy a ticket.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, because I think it's on the tiny little.
Sorry, hoi polloi.
It's on the tiny screen.
Well, don't say that.
I mean, like they're paying for it. Like people aren't paying.
I know, but don't say to the audience.
Well, but I mean, like it's. Well, because there are people who listen to this that might be in LA and they're like, "Oh, I'll go to Vidiots. I want to see it," and then they won't know that it's like.
You think they'll be put off by the tininess?
No, they won't be.
I'm too big to go.
There's no tickets sold, is my point.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. That's all you had to say.
I love Vidiots, and I bought you a membership for Christmas,
you did.
and you still haven't gone. But that's part of my fault because I haven't pushed the.
I've also been fucking busy.
So I've been fucking busy. You've been fucking busy.
The world don't stop.
There's nowhere to park there. It's a whole thing.
On top of everything else.
I would only go if I went 30 minutes early to find parking. Because it's that tricky to park there.
That's what a rideshare is for.
Right? Oh, okay. Let me talk about rideshare for a minute because I've got some bones to pick.
Do it.
Okay?
Yeah, do it.
First of all, I have been seeing online a lot of people are going back to traditional taxi.
Uh-huh.
Using the Curb app.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're finding it to be more reasonable than Uber and Lyft.
No doubt. Now, let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
Is it reliable? Because my problem with taxis back in the day, before rideshares became a thing, is that I would order, because I couldn't drive, I would order taxis.
Back in the day, he can drive now, guys. He learned when he's 40. If you follow his trajectory, you can learn all about it.
I would order a taxi for a certain time, and sometimes it wouldn't show up.
Well, I don't know, but basically you open the Curb app and it shows where the taxis are, like you're opening the Uber or Lyft app.
Right. I'm sure because of the competition now.
Well, the technology has been adopted.
Well, the technology of phones existed and they could have, you know what I mean? Like there was no update at all. If the cab didn't show up, they wouldn't call you and say the driver can't make it.
Right.
You would just wait.
Also, this
and then
is
realize, I guess this is
you're
not
talking
happening.
about pre-Uber and Lyft.
Yes.
And so they could say fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And now they can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Say fuck you.
It's like, you know what? I got to ride closer. I picked up a fare closer. I don't feel like going out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But this, you lock in the fare in advance. So
yeah.
I don't know. All I know is this. So I went to see my mom last month in Charleston, South Carolina. I landed at the airport. It was like a weeknight. I landed at the airport. No, it was a Sunday night. I'm lying. It was a Sunday night. And I think it was also...
We got to be meticulous with these facts. We have to be absolutely bulletproof.
Oh, I had to be unimpeachable here.
Unimpeachable.
So it was a Sunday night, but I landed around 11:30, 11:40 at Charleston Airport. My mom lives 20 minutes, 22 minutes tops, no traffic from the airport. I open Uber. It's $90. And I'm like, fuck. So then I'm quickly opening Lyft because Lyft sometimes is cheaper.
And people have to understand, the distance from the Charleston airport to your mom's house is not that far.
Well, it's 22 minutes tops.
Yeah.
No
$90 is kind of what you end up paying to go from LA to LAX.
But I was like, what the fuck? So I opened Lyft and it's $70. So I'm like, well, I locked it down. Then I realized my luggage isn't coming. This is another story, but my luggage didn't make it. Okay. So my luggage is in wrong. I opened my, little tag I put in my luggage, and I was like, oh, it's still in Raleigh. Okay. So I went and, oh, by the way, when you go to the luggage, people know this right now. This is like, I'm just telling you modern living and how everything's breaking down and it's enshittification on steroids because
all fronts.
Everything sucks. Oil's $100 a barrel, whatever the fuck. People are dying. I can't even keep up with all of the fucking shit show that we're living in.
Mm-hmm.
So then you go to the luggage office. There is a person there. They point you to a QR code to scan to fill out an online form. There is no like human touch anymore of like, oh, let me input this for you, blah, 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 blah. Like it's literally like, and I'm like, now I'm like, seniors who don't get their luggage are fucked, right? Probably because they are like, this is, you know, I've seen seniors at the airport. They're like, I don't know how to use my phone.
I can't scan that with my jitterbug.
So this is so ageist. How you are me?
Well,
so,
I mean,
we're like, old and we're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay. So basically, so I was like, so I locked down the $70 lift. This is the crazy part. Because there are like a lot of people at the airport. There was the TSA shutdown. And so like pushed all of the flights late. Like every baggage carousel was fired up, you know. Because it's normally like there aren't that many flights that land at that time there. But there was like a backlog or something, you know. So I get in my Lyft. He takes me straight to my mom's. It's like literally like 21 minutes or something. No traffic. The fare changed when I closed out. Went up to like $90. And it's like, oh, this is like surge or it took longer than expected. And I was like, no, it didn't, you fucking liars. And then, you know, you tip, so it's like over $100. It was like over $100.
Yeah, that's absolute robbery.
Anyway, this is my whole thing is like.
And the reason that it was so pricey is because the airports are all fucked up. And
there was like a surge.
Yeah. Well, they make it a surge.
But I don't believe in surge. I think surge pricing is.
It's just gouging.
Well, it's gouging, but it's also like you need predictability. You need consistency and predictability.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You know.
If it's just straight up they're fucking you.
Yeah. And you know, Charleston, South Carolina, they do not have like the they have like a bare minimum public transportation system. And people complain about the traffic there and the cars and the growth.
Honey, I never even thought about the public transportation system in Charleston. Because what does it consist of? Are there buses?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a bus.
Yes. There's a few buses.
Wow. I never thought about it.
There's a few buses. But it is like it's ridiculous that they haven't like gone ham on trying to figure out how to get less cars on the road there. Because it's crazy. And everything is separated by bodies of water. I get that. So you're crossing bridges to get from A to B. You're crossing.
That's all the more reason.
That's what I think. And
Wouldn't it
also
be nice
use
to
the
take
water.
some kind of,
there's a water taxi, but why not have like a municipal fucking water taxi?
Yeah.
Like New York can have Staten Island ferries.
The ferries and stuff. Yeah. It'd be great. Make it a thing.
Make it go back and forth all day, every day, all night.
Yeah. Make it like, because it's so.
To get the cars off the road, less drunk drivers.
A boat is so much different than a subway or a train or whatever, because people like it. It's a novelty. So if you're a tourist, you're coming from somewhere else. It's like, oh, you want to get around? You got to take the water taxi. You got to take the water bus or whatever the fuck, the ferry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like it. Make it a fun thing.
Yeah, I don't understand it. People complain about it all of the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, you really are kind of fucked in Charleston without a car because it is like, it's like LA. I mean, you want to get somewhere, you got to cross bridges.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I'm complaining about life in America, like the inconveniences, because that's all we can do right now until I guess we overthrow the fucking government.
Yeah. Or we are obliterated.
There's also the thing that's crazy to me is that there are so many billionaires. There's like billionaires in Charleston. Why are they not like complaining about all the cars on the road and coming up with like, where's our Gilded Age people doing the railroad and, okay, yes, they like exploited the workers and the unions rose up against them. I get it. Fine. Be a monorail magnate. They don't want to improve.
They don't give a shit.
Tangibly.
They don't give a shit.
No, their whole thing is like AI. It's like this pie in the sky thing.
Because
they're
all they all live in the bubbliest of bubbles. They only talk to each other. They're only talked to by people who tell them that they're brilliant and great.
Yeah.
And so every idea they have is the most amazing idea. Yeah. How could it not be? I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
Oh,
and speaking of billionaires,
they're ruining the world because their world will never be ruined.
I do want to bring it. This is not politics per se. Okay.
Okay. This is interesting.
Melania's press conference about not knowing Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
What is your take?
It's incredible that I would love, we're eventually, I guess, going to find out her reasoning, why she felt the need to do this.
Now.
Because basically what she does is she comes out and says, hey, I did not introduce Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein.
By the way, no one asked.
No one asked. But she came out of nowhere and said, just so all of you know, I did not introduce Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump introduced me to Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait,
He's not my friend.
She was basically like, yes, he's not my friend. I didn't know him. I didn't have anything to do with him or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard to understand. Like,
I met him only because my husband is Donald Trump, the known friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and known pedophile.
But also she's calling for the survivors to get their day in Congress or whatever, which is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. So everyone was like, well, why do you think she did this? Because like there's all these kind of theories online.
Well, one of the prominent theories is that she herself was trafficked.
No, why did she come out and say this now?
Oh, right. I would assume it's because she has nothing to lose, right? You know what I mean?
You didn't have to say, really?
Well,
because now there's all like people are making fun of her.
At this point, maybe she's just had all she can fucking stand of this horrible life. She thought he was going to be dead.
I feel...
You know what I mean?
But
she thought he was going to be dead and she was going to inherit all this money.
Wait, you don't think Melania... So you think Melania is just a random hot chick from another country? You don't think that she has connections? Because I think... in my opinion, I was like, oh, her handler told her to pull the kill switch. That's what I was thinking. My first initial thought was...
What does that mean exactly?
Her...
What is the kill switch in this situation?
Throw Donald under the bus.
Right.
We're done with him.
Right. But then wouldn't that mean... But she would also want to do this, would she not?
No, she has to listen to her handler.
So her handler...
Her foreign interference handler. Putin or KGB or whatever.
Oh,
whoever.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, at this point, I can't doubt anything. I can't fully say that's not the case, but it could be that it just because if that's the case, it is weird that there was no kind of there was no clarity as to why she was doing this.
Then there's the other theory online.
Okay, great. I want to hear what online has to say.
Online has pointed out, so I'm going to forget the names. Her name is Amanda. She's a model from Brazil, maybe.
Go on.
Very good friends with Melania. Very good friends with Trump family. 20 years plus.
How nice.
Was part of the modeling world that brought these women into the sphere.
Right.
Part of the whoever these people. And yeah, these women probably were trafficked or were a part of schemes.
Yes.
You know.
Exploited in some way.
Yes. She was married to a current Trump, administration person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They entered into a bitter custody battle over her son.
Mm-hmm.
He got Trump to send ICE to raid her and her husband's home.
Wait, who's he?
The Trump official that she divorced.
Okay. I kind of remember this.
Bitter custody battle.
So the Trump official was married to
a
this
beautiful model.
Brazilian model who is friends with Melania and friends with the Trump family.
Yes. Melania, friends with Melania's parents, friends with Melania.
I do remember this now, yes.
ICE comes, raids this woman's home.
Yes.
Where she's married to a doctor who's here legally as well.
Yeah.
With a visa. They deport her.
Mm-hmm.
And she, loses custody.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's been on Twitter and is like, Melania, I've known you for 20 years. I know everything. Essentially, I'm going to fucking take you down. Mm-hmm. You know exactly what's going on.
Is she in any kind of custody wherever she's been deported to or no?
No.
Right.
She just was kicked
just
out.
Go back where you came from.
Kicked out.
Right.
No longer a problem now for this man in this custody battle.
Or so he thought.
And then people are like, you better not stand close to any windows to this woman because she's basically like, you're a fucking fraud. I know everything. I'm going to tell everything. Da da da.
Yeah.
Well, this happened. And then Melania had the press conference. Mm-hmm. As if the optics appear.
Well, how recently was she on Twitter doing this? This is recently she was doing this? Okay.
Yes. From what I can understand, days before the press conference.
Got it.
Then, so that's one theory. I have my theory about Melania's handlers. There's this theory about the scorned mother. Mm-hmm. There's a third theory about this tell-all book that was just published in the UK about Prince Andrew and his ties to Epstein.
Yeah.
And apparently Epstein is directly quoted in the book as saying he fucked Melania a year before he introduced her to Trump or something like that.
Great.
And so everyone is sort of speculating all of these factors on why she had this out of the blue rando press conference just saying she had nothing to do with Epstein.
Yeah.
When she clearly had a lot to do with Epstein.
Right.
And pictures are surfacing of her with Trump at events while he was still with Marla Maples and stuff. That she was clearly atmospheric human trafficked woman at events that he was at.
Didn't even give her character a name. I played
atmospheric.
Human trafficked atmospheric woman.
Human trafficked atmospheric woman. Number 7.
Number 1.
I'm just saying it. A lot of people were like, something's big is about to come out about this or something like that. And I'm kind of like, what hasn't come out?
Yeah.
Like, it's all come out.
Yeah. I
I mean,
know.
right?
I know. I feel like the threat of something big is about to happen keeps being said, but then
And then nothing fucking happens except for Trump going nuts and posting videos of murdering women.
Oh my God! What he posted some video. I didn't see it.
I'm
but
not gonna look at it.
Somebody getting killed with a hammer.
A woman being
The
murdered.
fuck?
This man has lost his fucking mind.
Everything's insane.
And no one will fucking 25th him or
I know.
Okay, so just to bring it back
That's not your
a little full circle to cult mentality.
Great. Let's do it.
Because I do feel there's something to be learned about like losing your critical thinking about things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just kind of...
Well, we saw... There's a video that we saw today of this comedian who he's on Joe Rogan and he's
disappointing
saying,
in my opinion.
What's that?
I'm disappointed in his trajectory.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
I just thought he was kind of fun and weird in a good way, and now I'm like, oh, he's...
I don't want to... Yeah, the point is, he's saying, like, everybody, the good thing about Trump was saying... He kept saying they were saying we're not going to do wars, we're not going to do foreign wars, we're not going to be killing kids and all that stuff. And now they're doing this war in Iran. They drop bombs on these schools. It's like, okay, so you think you're smarter than everybody else, right? And yet you choose to believe, take these people at their word.
Uh-huh.
All they do is lie and cheat people. That's all they do.
People tell you that
they're in this for themselves. They don't give a shit about this country. They don't give a shit about whatever. They will do whatever they want for whatever profit or ego motive they have.
Yeah.
They're there in plain sight. They're monsters.
What is so crazy?
Why would you believe a monster who says, I'm never going to start a war? Of course he would.
Yeah.
He'll do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Out of his fucking mind.
He's at best stupid. So now you have the gall to be like, I can't believe that these people went back on their word. You fucking idiot.
Are you crazy? I mean, like, what planet were you on?
He was another one of those guys who, when the Riyadh Comedy Festival list came out, and people were getting pushback for doing that. He's like, "Oh, like the U.S. has never done anything terrible." That's not the point. It's not the same thing. It's a false equivalence because it's like if you did a comedy festival that was the Donald Trump paid for comedy festival,
then that's the equivalent.
That's the equivalent. This is a regime that's, if you want to say it's every bit as bad as ours, sure, but it's the regime itself that is paying you.
Yeah.
You're an American or UK comedian going over there to do this shit. You know who these people are. If Donald Trump had a comedy festival, and a bunch of Canadian and UK comedians came over here,
you'd be yelling at them like, "Don't take his money, dude."
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Come on, man. This guy's a liar and a fucking grifter.
Yeah.
Don't take his money."
Yeah.
I mean, you would be.
The same
person would be saying that.
The anti-war thing, either you have principles or you don't. You can't pick and choose what principles you have based on if your friends do it.
Right.
No, I know that guy. It's okay that he did the Riyadh Comedy Festival. He's fine. He's good.
I mean,
but I don't like the war because none of my friends did a war. None of my friends ever did a war in Iran.
The fact that we're in a war right now with Iran is so fucking insane. It's insane.
It's just
I cannot imagine being a military family right now, or in the military, but a military family, and having to be like, oh, my loved one is going over to something that no one fucking believes in.
Yeah.
No one agrees with.
Yeah.
It's unclear why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's causing like world chaos.
Yeah. Because somebody is this incompetent.
It sucks. And I know people are probably listening to this that have connections to people that are dealing with this right now. And I really feel terrible that this is going on. And I
as someone who has Iraq war veterans in my family,
yeah,
it's terrible. It's terrible.
I mean, you don't want to see anyone go to war, even if it is a necessary conflict in whatever way.
We're a long way off from any of that.
Yes.
We're a long way off from
this was just like a fucking...
It's bullshit.
Because he's following Netanyahu into whatever.
It's all bullshit.
It's like a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
It truly is. I don't understand how we're going to get out of this. It doesn't look clear. I mean, even if tomorrow someone was like, we're 25thing him or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is he's going to eventually, here's what I think is going to happen, I should say. I think he's not going to get anything that he wants. He's going to back off, but talk about it like
he won. Now, we are just days away. Earlier this week, he was basically like, I'm going to obliterate their entire civilization on Tuesday at 8 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they like called this ceasefire that they didn't adhere to.
Yeah.
Then they like Israel bombed Lebanon or whatever. And then it was like, wait, we're just supposed to live in the age of a fucking demented fucking diaper wearing moron just literally being like, I'm going to obliterate civilizations. And who is looking out for the world order of that?
Well, I mean,
if we can bomb the regime of Iran and it's the same fucking regime, only a younger version or whatever, then why isn't someone like, I'm going to take out Mar-a-Lago? It's the same fucking game.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're essentially saying this is on the table now.
It's so stupid and it's so unhinged and it's so not what civilization or society could be doing to have a better system.
Agreed.
Of anything. Anyway, I didn't even mean to go down this territory because it's, there are no answers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just like venting like what people are feeling, which is like helplessness and despair and like kind of like shock.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Although, is it shock at this point? Like, it doesn't feel surprising. It just feels more,
I think it's the
unsettling when it comes true. Don't you think it's that?
I think it's the shock of we are finding ourselves in this situation and we're seeing all the different ways that it's horrible, and every day just about is a new angle of how bad it is for this to be happening. How we're seeing all the ripples, and it's the shock of realizing you are the witness to it. You are the person that's here now. This is like the shit. This is like history book shit that you're living in.
Yeah.
And that maybe someday people years from now will be studying. And
it's like, like when you would like learn about stuff in history and you'd be like, what? Like that actually happened?
Yeah.
And then you're like living it and you're like, what? This is actually happening?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Also, like maybe I don't have to pay my credit card off for those $500 Olympics tickets because who's going to fucking care? Like in 2 years.
Yeah.
Are we even going to have anything in 2 years? I don't know. Why did I find myself buying those tickets? Why did I spend that money?
I don't know why you did.
Because I'll tell you why. I was given the slot.
It seemed exciting because it was a limited.
Well, it seemed like a privilege.
Yes.
Like I was granted this privilege.
Yes.
And then then the sticker shock happened, and I was like, I guess I got to do this. It's just so stupid and funny, but also like
maybe we can sell those tickets.
Well, sure, like you could sell them at the time, like on StubHub when people want. Although, what if USA? Okay, here's what I bought. I bought like a preliminary game, but then I couldn't afford the silver and gold baseball game because those tickets were way higher.
You bought tickets to Olympic baseball.
Yes.
Yes.
But I did
to see the very miserable USA team play. I hope it's not the same team as the baseball classic.
I won't know if I'm seeing USA.
Right.
I actually won't know. And now I got tickets. So I did. So the more expensive tickets was the bronze medal game.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm rooting against Team USA to get the silver or gold, but only the bronze.
Well, that's
because if they are up for the bronze, I have seats. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I don't want them to go all the way to silver and gold.
Mm-hmm. Because they won't play in that bronze game?
No. Right?
I
or will they?
I have no idea how
will
it is
they
determined.
play in the bronze game?
I have no idea how it's determined. I've never watched Olympic baseball. I have no idea how it's determined.
Wait, you didn't watch Olympic baseball?
No, I never have.
Well, you're gonna.
We'll see.
You're gonna.
We'll see. Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it
up. I want to recommend.
Oh, you're gonna recommend?
I watched some movies that I watched. I watched
some movies.
Anaconda, the new one with Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
What? I didn't know they were in Anaconda.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
And?
It was really fun. There was a lot of funny stuff in it.
I mean, those guys are good.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
The whole cast is great. It was really fun. I also watched Pizza Movie, which is like a college stoner movie.
I saw the description of that and it looked funny.
There was a lot of funny stuff in it.
Okay.
I honestly, I enjoyed both of them very much.
Interesting.
Then we started watching a show called Am I Being Unreasonable?
Yes, this show escaped our attention because it's back from like 2022 or 4 or
yeah,
something.
there's 2 seasons. It stars Daisy Mae Cooper, who I know from Taskmaster. It's a UK show.
Yes, and I mentioned this show to my friend Felicia because I was like, oh, have you seen this? And she's like, yes, I watched it when it came out. And she's like,
wild.
I love Daisy Mae Cooper. And she told me other stuff that she's been in that she's like phenomenal in.
She's terrific. This show's wild.
It's really good.
You should watch more tonight.
It's on Hulu.
Also, we got caught up. We finished Heated Rivalry.
Yes. Okay. Can I tell you something funny? Because I had heard, Heated Rivalry is good. It's sort of this phenomenon or whatever. And I mentioned it to some friends. I'm not going to out them or whatever because
they're also closeted hockey players.
And I was like, oh, have you seen Heated Rivalry? Because I felt like, I'm finally catching up to the culture. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, I could not watch it.
Really?
It was so like the acting wasn't great or the right.
What? I have not heard that from anybody.
Embarrassing. It was so embarrassing to watch and like white women love it or something. And I was like, what? I didn't know. I had no idea.
You have to tell me who that was off mic.
Well, I will say, or grown women who love it are embarrassing. Because I said, the actors are hot. And then I was like, do I sound like a cougar? But they're hot. They're like objectively hot.
Of course they are. Everybody's very attractive in the show. Yeah.
Like, they know they're hot.
Yes.
They're walking around nude.
Yes.
completely proud of their bods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're like, I work out 3 hours a day. So yeah, I'm fine to be nude.
I bet they don't even have to work out that much because they're younger. They're like, I glance at some weights and I look like this.
I wish that didn't happen to me.
Some people just genetically have that.
Mm.
Anyway, I was very charmed by.
Well, we watched the first
charmed.
episode, and we were a little unsure about
And
it.
it was sort of like, okay.
We're like, okay, I get why because everybody says the show's so hot, hot, hot. And it's like, okay, yes, there's a lot of sex. These guys are like having these trysts. It's all clandestine because they can't come out. Second episode seemed like more of the same.
Yeah.
Third episode,
Bottle.
all of a sudden, these two other guys?
And that guy was cute. I would say that guy was more my type, but he looked older.
Okay. Older. Look, he was 27.
He was definitely more my type, but whatever.
Then we're back to the main guys.
Yes.
Then
Well, spoilers. Are you about to do
the
spoilers?
fifth episode, we see both storylines,
Yes.
and how they come together, how they connect.
Yes.
And then the last episode, it's all very.
I like the structure. I would say
Yes.
I liked that structure where we take a pivot
Yes,
and then we come back.
it was very interesting and very well done.
Yeah, because I feel like in normal television structure,
Mm-hmm.
they would have been showing that other storyline as a B plot, as like a B story.
Exactly.
And instead, they just gave them their whole episode.
Yes.
But we knew that they existed in this world.
Yes.
So structurally, I was quite delighted.
Me too. It was really
that it
impressive.
was a different.
It was very impressive.
A different pattern of
And
how
then
how the story unfolds.
Yeah, and then it all wraps up, I thought, very satisfyingly.
It's
And I'm
very
glad we
much
stuck with it.
a fantasy,
Yes.
though,
Yeah.
because
But it
there's
made
a
me-
very neat bow.
Yeah.
The central conflict resolves in a way that it's like super frictionless.
But I thought it resolved in a way that was very modern,
Agreed.
Agreed. And
But kind of frictionless and I liked that. I liked the fantasy of that.
yeah.
That there's anxiety over something
Well, the
that
thing
doesn't
is-
warrant
the thing is,
anxiety.
when you're writing fiction, you could either have it wrap up in a sad way, or you could have it wrap up in a less sad way,
yes.
a more hopeful way.
I liked the hope.
And it's like, why not? You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I don't think that means it's frictionless, though.
I see what you mean.
Because all the friction,
Was internal.
they had plenty of like. Well, anyway, I don't want to like. If you haven't seen it, we're probably the last people to finish it on Earth. But
What do you mean? Because everyone has already
yes,
seen it.
I'm glad we stuck with it.
I am glad. And that young actor learned
Connor's story.
Russian
Yeah,
for the part.
yeah, he was great.
He did a crash 1 month language course, 4 hours a day or something crazy like that.
Man, let me tell you something. I've been doing Duolingo. I've been doing Italian for almost 2 years now.
Which I heard Duolingo was oh yeah, call me when you're ready to learn.
Oh, for sure.
It's sort of like a dabble. It's like dipping your toe.
It is absolutely basic.
Because conversational is
Yes.
the only way to go.
It's absolutely basic. There's a conversational aspect to Duolingo, but it's not the same as
practicing it.
Yeah, and taking actual lessons.
Right.
But it has helped me a lot. But then I started taking Irish.
Oh, I didn't know this.
It's so fucking hard.
Is it?
It's so hard.
Really? I mean, I've heard it.
The words in Irish are either 2 letters long
Shemigash.
or 7 letters long.
I don't know how to say anything. Give me an Irish word to try to say.
Oh my God. Ishka.
Ishka.
That's water.
Ishka. Okay.
Ard. That's tall.
What's the other one?
Ard.
Ard.
Tall.
Tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tin.
Tin.
Sick.
Tin.
These are the easy ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olame.
Olay.
I drink.
Olane.
Olame.
Olame.
I drink.
Okay.
I'm probably not even pronouncing it yet. I haven't even gotten into the pronunciation part. I'm still just in listening and identifying words.
Mimicking words.
Yes, typing words. I've not yet gotten into speaking words.
Really?
Yes. So I listen and I type.
I should probably stretch my brain into a language.
I do enjoy it, even though it's hard. It is fun when you feel like you are retaining things.
I wish the fuck I'd studied Latin.
Because you feel like it would have opened up more
Yes.
doorways to language?
And vocabulary.
I think you have a pretty good vocabulary.
My vocabulary is mid.
Remember you said nascent that one time?
What?
You said
Nation?
nascent.
Why wouldn't I say nascent?
Well, it's not a common word. You don't have a lot of opportunity to say nascent.
When did I say nascent?
This is a couple of years ago, but I remember being struck by it because I don't think I'd ever said it out loud.
You know what word I never use, but kind of similar definition in nascent?
Mm-hmm.
Inchoate.
Oh.
When I encounter
I've had to look up how to pronounce that word every time.
Is
I've
it
read
inchoate?
I think
Or
it's
is it
either
inchoate?
inchoate. It might be inchoate.
Dude, that fucking word pisses me off. Because whenever I see it, number one, I'm like, what does it mean again? Which I think it kind of means nascent, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong. Number two, it should be pronounced inchoate.
Inchoate. I think it is related to nascent. I have the same relationship with it as you do.
I fucking hate that word.
And hegemony, I had to look up
Hegemony
almost every time I've had to read.
comes up a lot.
The last
now.
couple times, because it's come up a lot lately.
It's come up a lot lately.
Yeah, and now I feel like I got a handle on it. All right, thank you for listening.
Words.
We'll be back.
Am I right?
Words.
You know what I recommend? Words.
You know what I recommend? The dictionary.
You know what I
It's
recommend?
got all the words in there.
I
Enjoy.
didn't make a recommendation, but I like that you recommended those shows, and I did talk about the cult documentary earlier.
Yes.
So I guess I'm going to let that stand because it's fucking wild.
It really is.
All
What a
right,
world.
guys, this is our April episode. Thank you so much for listening to us.
We'll see
We
you next
really
time.
appreciate this community.
Yes,
We
do.
have bonus episodes at our weekendwater.substack.com hub.
We have merch at kinshipgoods.com.
Oh, I didn't even tell you that I got another crazy conversation sparked from my damp trash detective hat the other day. So much so I had to explain, and it was like a younger girl, like a millennial, maybe Gen Z. I don't know anymore. And I had to say what it was about. And she watches reality TV, and she was like, oh my God, I need to look up this podcast. And she pulled out her smartphone, and she's like, are you on Spotify? And I was like, yeah. And I typed it in, and I was like, I'm not going to subscribe, but this is it. You can decide on your own if you subscribe or not. And she was like, I'm totally going to listen. And it was just like this clerk at a store who was fun. Anyway, I'm just saying.
If you're listening, thank you.
The damn trash detective hat, I'm telling you.
Real conversation starter.
It invites
People want to know.
connection.
People want to know.
All right, guys. This was our April episode. Thank you for listening. Until then,
Stay safe, stay sane, and stay strong.